Does evolution of the Constitution prevent revolution? Hello everyone, Dan Mason here. Let's discuss another current events issue together. Jonathan at Social Studies Lab said, and while my gratitude is flowing, I'd like to give a big shout out to the framers of the Constitution who knew that if you can amend it, you don't have to end it. A shout out to the framers of the Constitution who realized that evolution prevents revolution. What I'm saying is, the Constitution's flexibility, amendability, is the reason for its longevity. He goes on to name several reasons to amend it, and I would like to address those reasons with you now. Let me answer this head-on, because the post he shared makes several mistakes that need to be corrected. First, the notion that the Constitution is old and must be amended more frequently to keep pace with the times is a false assumption. That is the logical fallacy of presentism, judging the past or its structures by today's feelings and trends. The Constitution is not meant to change with every passing fad. It was built on timeless principles that restrain government and protect freedom. If we constantly chase new life for the Constitution, we risk gutting the very stability that has preserved our republic for over 2 centuries. Second, the suggestion that we have not amended the Constitution enough since 1791 ignores reality. We have had 17 amendments since the Bill of Rights, and several of them, like the 13th, 14th, 15th, and 19th, fundamentally reshaped America. This is not a stagnant document. It changes only after long, brutal battles when the nation has reached true consensus. That is not weakness. That is strength. Frequent amendments would invite chaos and division. Third, the laundry list of questions in his post proves my point. Outlaw political parties? That violates freedom of association. Ban social media? That violates free speech. Remove all money from politics? That is impossible unless you erase free speech and free press. Make Congress unicameral? That would hand all legislative power to one body and weaken checks and balances. Make Supreme Court justices stand for elections? That would destroy judicial independence. These ideas are not serious reforms. They are sound bites designed to stir emotion. That is the logical fallacy of false alternatives, presenting silly or extreme options as if they are legitimate choices. Throwing in jokes about tacos or peacocks only reveals the unseriousness of the argument. Now let me flip the script. The real problem is not that the Constitution is outdated. The problem is that too many people in power ignore it. Presidents legislate by executive order. Judges invent rights that are not in the text. Congress delegates lawmaking authority to unelected bureaucrats. That is where the republic is being lost. The Constitution does not need new life. It requires renewed obedience. We do not need to weaken it with new amendments. We need leaders with the backbone to honor the words already written. Those who refer to the Constitution as old are often the same individuals who seek to expand government power, erode traditional liberties, and centralize control. They pretend the problem is the document itself. In truth, the problem is their unwillingness to live within its limits. They do not want to amend it through the complex process the founders designed. They want to bypass it. They want shortcuts, and shortcuts are how republics fall. If I were to talk about amendments, I would go in the opposite direction. I would add a balanced budget requirement. I would put real teeth into term limits. I want to clarify that only citizens are eligible to vote. I would restrain the administrative state. Those kinds of amendments strengthen the republic rather than tear it down. So my answer is simple. The Constitution is not a worn-out relic. It is a durable foundation. We lose the republic not by keeping it, but by abandoning it. The danger is not that it is too old. The danger is that too many are too eager to trade it for novelty, noise, and nonsense. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment to support this channel.